Let's start with your reading, Aries. Today, we're going to look into the next 6 months ahead for you in order to see what the rest of the year will look like. We're going to start with two cards for each month to anticipate the type of movements you should expect. And then in the second part of the video, we are going to dive deeper in all the messages to find out more details, together with looking into how your current year is going to end. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. All right. This is a very beautiful message, actually. A message that it's going to clarify something to you, which perhaps right now you, in fact, are trying to understand, but it's not immediately understandable. It's not very clear, but it's going to be very soon. The energy you're coming into the reading with is the energy of the Two of Swords. And clearly, right here, you are trying to make a decision. There is something that potentially you have been postponing, something that you did not want to look into or deal with because you thought that you didn't have enough information to really make a choice and stick with it. Overall, here you have been feeling stuck into a situation that is not potentially giving you what you want, but it's also something that you don't feel ready to give up yet. You are in front of a crossroad. Every decision you make, everything you do is a decision that you're making. Even when you don't make a decision, that's a decision in itself. And so right here, there is something that you finally need to do or need to say. And we see that that message, in fact, is coming up pretty much right away. So let's see what this is going to be about. For the month of July, first month, we see the Star and the Eight of Cups. Right here, there is a very important message that talks about doing what makes you happy, Aries. Right here with the Eight of Cups, you're starting to understand that it's time to stop looking for happiness in the same place you have lost it. And that at times, it's just best to make a decision, even when it hurts, even when your body is telling you to do the opposite. It's best to stick to your guns and move on, at least for the time being, so that you can gain some more clarity and you can see things for what they really are. This is a very important month because you're starting to understanding that whenever you detach from this, you immediately feel better. Although it's scary to think about, when you actually do it, your soul feels better, your heart feels better, because at least right now you're starting to not expect too much from this person, because you're putting distance in between you and this element, you and this energy, and that alone is already making you feel better. It's important to understand that you cannot keep going through the same doors expecting all of a sudden to be in a different room. Right here, you're understanding that you have more control over the situation than you originally imagined. And you're going to do something very, very important here. We'll come back to this message to clarify and see what that is going to be and how to do it in the best way possible. For the month of August, we have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords. It feels like all of a sudden you are starting to really see things for what they really are. And this is going to kickstart a brand new beginning for you. The Ace of Wands is an energy that is bringing passion. All of a sudden, there is this spark, there is this flame, and it's mostly within you. You're starting to feel ready to do something that maybe you have been postponing for a long time, or you have been dragging, you haven't felt ready to do it. Right here, something is giving you that motivation, that passion, that happiness that you haven't felt in a while, Aries. And this is very much your element. You are fire and you are reconnecting to your original self. With the Queen of Swords, I definitely see you understanding that some people are blessings and some people are lessons. And potentially now that you look back, now that you have detached emotionally from this, you're understanding that maybe you weren't as happy as you thought you were back then. Because at some point you really thought that that situation was giving you everything you needed, everything you wanted. But did it though? I feel that right now you're starting to see things differently and it's really going to be powerful for you. Potentially, this person was just someone in the right place at the right time and they just allowed you to fall in love because maybe that's what you were looking for at the time. But it doesn't mean that that was the person for you, the one you should still fight for today. Very important realization. I do see a conversation here that will help you on this realization itself. We will see what that is going to be about. For the month of September, love will not take long before it shows up into your life again. Knight of Cups, also the Nine of Swords, but first of all, this Knight of Cups is showing us someone who you already know. And this person is going to reveal their feelings to you. The truth is that seeing that Nine of Swords, you thought that this person would never be interested or that potentially they would have never showed it. But right now they're coming in with a lot of love and definitely with some sort of offer. It could also just be let's hang out, let's spend time together. This is definitely someone who is opening up their heart to you in a way that you have not anticipated. But obviously, we cannot ignore this Nine of Swords over here. And it's telling us that potentially you are going to feel some fear of opening up, fear of hurting again. And you need to understand that, just as we were saying earlier, you're always in control of the situation, even when you think you're not. And right here, if you focus on an outcome that you do not want to manifest, guess what? Eventually it will manifest. Fear will cause to us to focus on the object of our fear so that we end up creating the very experience we're trying to avoid. So this is a very important month because it's going to determine the flow of events afterwards. And it could be good or it could be not so good. Do not carry the past with you, Aries, because life, the universe, is giving you a new opportunity to love and to feel and experience that happiness that you were looking for. Do not push it away. We will look into this energy, we will look into this person to find out more about them. Now, as far as the month of October, we have the Page of Pentacles and Death over here. It looks like after you work through your fears and after you let go of what you need to let go, you're going to experience some sort of energy reset, total energy reset. This is the month in which a lot of things are going to change around you. A lot of things, a lot of situations, dynamics, opportunities are coming in. Potentially you're moving to a new place, you're changing jobs. There is something right here that it's really going to change your routine and it's going to create some sort of reset in your life. Keep in mind that especially with the Page of Pentacles, these are going to be great news and something that will really benefit you, not just in the present, but especially long term. These are major opportunities and they're going to be life-changing. It feels like you have gone through a long time of stagnation, not just these months, but maybe in the previous years. And this is going to end. Now, everything comes in at once. So make sure to work through your fears before these beautiful opportunities will come your way. November, for the month of November, Seven of Pentacles and Six of Cups. First of all, I see you starting to really receive the results of everything that it's going to start over here. It's crazy to see how fast this is actually happening. It feels as though in the past, everything that you worked for, it took forever to show any sort of result, if any. Whereas instead, right now, there is something very easy about your environment. Things are happening quick and it's going to feel good. But also, I see this Six of Cups right here, which talks about you receiving a message from the past. Right now, someone is starting to miss you very, very much. And they have developed this sort of routine for which they wake up in the morning, they feel strong, they might think about you, but they say, I don't need to reach out, I don't need to do anything about it, I'm strong, I'm good. And then in the afternoon they start thinking about you more, and by the evening, right before going to bed, they are thinking about you like crazy, potentially spying on you a little bit, looking you up on social media. This is definitely someone who wants to reconnect. And when we clarify, we'll see if they will do anything about it and what type of impact this is going to have on you. But I do perceive that some of you will also be thinking about this person. And not because you're missing them or you're wanting to reconnect, no, but because you're picking up on their energy. It's very strong and it's going to impact you in a way or another. We'll find out how. December, oh my God. The Hierophant, the Nine of Cups. You are manifesting something amazing. Obviously, it feels, especially with the Nine of Cups, as though your wishes are going to be granted. And this is pretty much that beautiful last scene in a movie where the main character has had to go through a lot of things, and you kept thinking that's not fair, that's not how the story should go. But then eventually at the end of the movie, everything wraps up nicely and it all makes sense. And right here, that's exactly what I'm seeing for you. There is something that potentially you wanted back then and that just was not granted at all. But after you go through your journey and you get here, this is when you will understand that things are actually already working out in your favor and that there is a lot that you need to take advantage of. Luck is on your side, and whatever you're going to do here, whatever you're going to start or officialize here, it's going to last for a long time. With the Hierophant, this potentially is a contract or a promise that will really shape up the next few months, if not the next few years. And honestly, with the Nine of Cups, it's like you can look back at all the people who hurt you, all the people who did not appreciate you, and now you're on this different level. You're above them, and they look at you from below, and you're like, see, I told you that I was going to make it. Or I told you that you were giving up on someone special, someone rare. And right now, look at us. I am up here, you are down there. And I'm not going to come down there to lift you up once again. Not anymore. Beautiful ending, and definitely very, very well deserved. So this is all I have for you for the first part of the video. If you want to dive deeper into the messages and hear all the clarifications for these cards, make sure to follow me in the extended video link below in the description box. Also, don't forget, Aries, that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live 45-minute reading. I send out emails to confirm every Monday morning and every Wednesday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aries. This really was a beautiful message. Definitely something that requires a lot of strength and a lot of clarity, but an overall journey that is really taking you to a beautiful place down here. And this is going to be your reward. This is going to be what you should be looking forward to. The truth is that sometimes we say yes to things that instead we should say no to, because some of us feel that maybe that's all we can afford, or that if we push away these situations, these opportunities, nothing will come towards us afterwards. But obviously, here you have something that instead will make you understand that what you were trying to keep to yourself was not as good as you thought. And as soon as you let go of that, now we see things coming in. Now we see things shaping up exactly how you deserve them to be. But obviously, it all starts from here. A decision that you have to make, a decision that you cannot postpone anymore, and that will show some results right after. So let's immediately clarify the month of July to see what the energy is going to be about, what you have to do, and what are going to be the immediate repercussions of this. Let's clarify Eight of Cups and the Star. You are, oh wow, the lovers over here. You are moving fast, Aries. You are ready. You are just ready. And there is something right here that comes in right after you make this decision, which actually looks like beautiful news. And this is what this is. What we see